Happy Wednesday! KidNuz is straight ahead, but first, a word from today's sponsor.
Hey, KidNuz parents! Are you looking to take your math student from average to exceptional? Check out the future of one-on-one help with Synthesis Tutor. It's educational AI that works like a human tutor would, slowing down in areas where kids are struggling and speeding up when they're gaining momentum. Except, unlike a traditional tutor, Synthesis Tutor is always available and is just $29 a month. Visit synthesis.com/kidnews to get 10% off and begin learning with Synthesis Tutor today.
Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Kim. Today is Wednesday, February 14th, 2024, Valentine's Day around the world. And we begin with a whopper of a win for the NFL. 123.7 million people watched Sunday's Super Bowl, making it the most watched TV broadcast in a generation. According to Nielsen, not since the Apollo 11 moon landing in 1969 have so many Americans tuned in to a live event. Meantime, in Kansas City, Chiefs Kingdom is pulling out all the stops for their hometown heroes. Today's parade kicks off at 11. Weather is expected to be unusually warm, and 28 school districts have now canceled classes so kids can join the celebrations. Little do those students know that they're getting more than just a day off. According to KCTV, the matriarch of the Kelsey family is now helping to pay off school lunch debt. Mama Kelsey agreed to reveal her famous chocolate chip cookie recipe on mugs sold by a local businesswoman, with $5 from each erasing the lunch bills of local kids. And just a little parade footnote, local Swifties may be out of luck. The city manager told KCUR he can't confirm or deny it, but that his office may have already told Taylor's team that the city is not equipped to handle the extra traffic her presence would bring. As many as 35 million Americans from West Virginia to Maine are digging out and cleaning up this morning from the wallop of a big nor'easter. The storm slammed the Mid-Atlantic and New England states particularly hard yesterday. Up to a foot of snow fell, sometimes at a rate of 2 inches per hour. Students in New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, and Massachusetts were given snow days, and thousands of flights were canceled or delayed. For many towns, it was the most snow received in one storm in 2 years. NASA isn't giving up on its attempts to stick the landing of a lunar robot. Barring any last-minute hitches or glitches, Odysseus, or Odie for short, blasted off from Cape Canaveral shortly after midnight this morning, bound for the moon. It is the second attempt to reach the lunar surface in the past month. The Peregrine lander launched in January quickly sprung a leak and burned up in the atmosphere 10 days later. If Odie blasted off as planned and doesn't experience any of the issues that Peregrine did, it'll spend about a week free flying through space before attempting to touch down on February 22nd. Odysseus would then become the first U.S. spacecraft to make a soft landing on the moon since 1972. The dreaded 5-day COVID isolation guideline is going away. According to the Washington Post, the Centers for Disease Control is planning to drop that requirement this spring and instead will call for just 24 hours of alone time once infected individuals are fever and symptom-free. Experts say the update is a compromise. It brings COVID in line with guidance for the flu and also acknowledges the limits of what many Americans are willing to put up with. Young voters play a key role in elections, and if you need proof, look no further than President Joe Biden and TikTok. Even though his administration has spent much of the past 4 years warning Americans about the platform's potential security risks, the president's re-election campaign just created Mr. Biden's first account, so he can reach teens and 20-somethings where they get their news. His first post launched during the Super Bowl and read, "LOL, hey guys," along with a 27-second video. The president's campaign said it will take advanced safety precautions with its devices and that its use of TikTok falls outside of the government's review of the platform. In today's KidNuz Notes, Tiger Woods has followed his split with longtime sponsor Nike by teeing up his own line of golf attire. In partnership with TaylorMade, he's launched Sunday Red, named for his habit of always wearing red on the final day of a tournament. Tiger will be showing off his new swag when he hits the greens tomorrow at the Genesis Invitational. And a tea shortage is brewing in one of the world's top tea-drinking countries. Supermarket shelves in Great Britain could soon be empty because of trouble getting supplies through the Red Sea. Some tea lovers are distraught, posting, "Yikes, let the hoarding begin." And this is worse than the toilet roll shortage. But not everyone is taking it that seriously. As one cheeky Brit noted, "This isn't about trade routes, it's because my mom has half the world's tea supply stashed around the house." Still to come, want a bright pink and orange Dunkin' tracksuit like Matt, Ben, and Tom? Why, you'll have to wait. But first, today's KidNuz quiz. How many people watched the Super Bowl in the U.S.? 123.7 million, a new record. What's the name of NASA's newest lunar lander? Odysseus, who just joined TikTok. President Biden, which country might face a tea shortage? Great Britain. In today's KidNuz kicker, however much Dunkin' Donuts paid for its Super Bowl ad, it was probably worth it. Not only did the spot, featuring Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, and Tom Brady crashing a recording session of J.Lo with their boy band the Dunk Kings, get high praise from those who rate those kind of things, but the orange and pink jumpsuits they rocked sold out just 19 minutes after being posted on the website. Just like donuts, though, Dunkin' will make more. ShopDunkin.com is currently offering a pre-order option for the next batch. Before we go, shout-outs to our terrific teachers, Mrs. Aranda and her Bulldogs at Deneen School of Excellence in Chicago, Illinois, Mama Thais and her Trojans at L. Haynes PCS in Washington, D.C., and Mrs. Hicks and her Spartans at the Webb School of Knoxville in Knoxville, Tennessee. Thanks for tuning in. For an ad-free experience, subscribe on Apple Podcasts or wherever you like to listen, and we'll see you back here for more KidNuz tomorrow morning.